If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers, and I can't do that if you guys don't hit the button, obviously. So, today I just want to talk about a team in specific. It is my favorite team. If you guys don't know, the Milwaukee Bucks. And if you guys haven't heard, a few days ago, they actually extended Jrue Holiday, and I'm gonna be a little biased here. Probably, I'm gonna try not to, but I'm just gonna give my opinions on that deal because a lot of people had different opinions on, was it an overpay or was it just right for Jrue Holiday. So just to start off, we have to acknowledge Jrue Holiday was traded for a big haul in Eric Bledsoe, George Hill, and multiple first round picks, where the people would say that the Bucks added too many first round picks to the deal, but I think it was just right, especially for keeping Giannis. That's mainly why the deal was done, because they knew a deal like that would have probably made Giannis resign or sign his extension, which he eventually did. So, getting to that point, Jrue Holiday was a 1-year contract and was going to become an unrestricted free agent in the summer of 2021 if he chose not to resign or he was not extended. And in this situation, the Bucks, just to put it lightly, they cannot lose Jrue Holiday at all for giving up Eric Bledsoe, a good bench piece in George Hill, and first round picks that, again, like I said before, multiple people would say was an overpay, but they gave up all that. And if he was just to walk in free agency, that would have been a huge issue. You can kind of compare it to the Kawhi Leonard situation, where not really, because they did eventually win a championship, so it wasn't really that bad of a trade. But they did lose DeMar DeRozan, who did struggle in the playoffs. But if this team wins a championship, which I hope they do, obviously I'd be happy. But you kind of have to keep this team intact, because now with this trade being done, in the Jrue Holiday trade to be more specific, your biggest trade piece now is Dante DiVincenzo, who was traded basically in the Bojan Bogdanovic trade before it actually just failed. But your biggest trade piece is maybe Bobby Portis. But if I was an NBA GM, the first person I'd be looking at is Dante, because he still has a lot of potential. He's shown it on multiple occasions. He has been struggling as of recent. But getting back to Jrue's contract, he was paid a 4-year, $160 million extension with the Bucks. And the question I ask, is he worth $160? No, in my opinion. But Jrue Holiday, he can be your point guard to lead you to a championship. Especially, he's been on bad teams in the past, but he has been he is a former All-Star. He is still one of the best defenders in the NBA. There's been multiple stars in the league to say Jrue Holiday has it or is one of the best defenders in the league. But you cannot blame the Bucks for overpaying Jrue Holiday, which I feel like was eventually going to happen, because you can't go into the Bucks offense if you're Jrue's agent, and they just can't be like, hey, we're trying to save money here, so if you could just accept this deal. That's not going to happen, because they know Jrue Holiday can get a max somewhere else. Jrue Holiday still can be productive for you. But there was just no way the Bucks could mess this up, because Jrue Holiday leaving is the last thing Bucks fans need. It's gonna be a bad time for Bucks fans like me if we lost Jrue Holiday, because we gave up so much. And maybe you can make an argument saying we might be fine without Jrue. Who knows? But especially all these other teams improving, I highly doubt that. But Jrue Holiday is going to be a very key piece to this Bucks team. With the struggles in the playoffs, especially in half-court offense, when the offense starts to get tightened, Jrue Holiday can fix all the issues we've had in previous years, where we made the Eastern Conference Finals in 2019. And I'm using the word "we" because, again, sorry, I'm going to try not to do that. But they made the Eastern Conference Finals in the 2019 playoffs. They got bounced because Giannis had trouble scoring in half-court offense. they built a wall. Jrue Holiday can fix that. Jrue can have the ball in his hands, and Giannis doesn't have to be the one playmaking. There can be a lot of issues fixed with Jrue Holiday on this team, especially, and they're still trying to work it out, in my opinion. But it has, with Jrue Holiday playing amazing as he has recently, you can't just say that was a horrible signing, because yes, it might have been an overpay in a way, but if you're the Bucks, you had to pay him to actually keep him, because you cannot lose him. He can be productive for a few more years. If you want to get to the end of the contract, how productive he will be, I don't know. He is getting up there in age, not exactly, but he is going to be 34, 35 years old by the time his contract is up, so he should still be productive for this team. But I do believe he's going to finish his career off in Milwaukee. He's going to be a very good player for us, and I'm just expecting the best from this trade. In the Jrue Holiday trade, to be more exact. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the Bucks can compare to other teams like the Nets, the Sixers, maybe even the Celtics. But it's going to be interesting to see what eventually happens. And yeah, if you think the Bucks overpaid for Jrue, I don't blame you, to be honest. It might have been, but if you just consider the situation where you want to keep Giannis happy, you want to have as much team success as possible, as much defense as possible, the Bucks know they can't lose Jrue, and that's exactly what they did with this move. They are locked in now with Giannis, Chris, and Jrue's contract combined, but you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But with that being said, that will be the end of today's video, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.